You need to compartmentalize your business relationships. As business owners, we meet lots of people in our daily lives, right? But that does not necessarily mean that they become our friends. We have different relationships, such as relationship with mentors, with vendors, with your team members, with your partners, with your community, with a lot of people, stakeholders, and all of that. But that does not necessarily mean that they become your friend. Back then, when I started my business, this was one of the major mistakes I used to make, thinking that all my customers, all those women, are my friends. But the truth of the matter is, they are there for a service that I had to render. And that business relationship needs to be clearly defined. If not, there'll be a lot of heartbreaks, And that's why you see a lot of business owners, get offended that, their customer went to buy from someone else, without understanding that this relationship is not even meant to be, that's bestie relationship in the first place, So you need to be able to define relationships well. All right. A typical way of compartmentalizing your relationship is, take for instance your mentors, right? I have different mentors, different fields. They don't necessarily, in fact, I only have very few in the fashion field. So I have a lot of mentors across different industries, And for me, what I look out for is, okay, when it comes to my finances, who is my go-to person to talk to? So I have mentors based on those areas of my life. In fact, let's leave business aside. When it comes to family, I have people that when I talk to them, I get clarity. Those people, I tag them my mentors, right? So I've compartmentalized people in my life such that there are certain things that I know that I need, and I know that this is my go-to person, right? So you also need to note that down when you're dealing with people. Let's even talk about your team members, your employees and all of that. For me, I can be very, very playful, cheerful, but when it comes to my business, I don't joke with it. And all of this did not start from the get-go, but I had to learn on the job. I had to learn that you're no longer that little, teenager then that started the business back then. Now you are a business owner. You're a team lead. You need to understand that, you have to draw that line. All right. And that's where self-assessment comes to play. You understand your strengths, you understand your weaknesses, and you play along, right? So when it comes to my team members, even though, yes, they know, I have good relationship with everybody. I have relationship with everybody in my organization. However, when it comes to the work, they know where the boundaries are. If you mess up with my work, know that you're in soup. I will give it to you back to back. And once I've made corrections, that's it. Because for us, I get chosen, accountability is our number one value, core value that I don't joke with. So they understand that clear boundaries. And these are the things that a lot of business owners fail to acknowledge or fail to understand. You have to set boundaries. The fact that somebody is your best team doesn't mean that, you make other people feel like, they are nothing. You have to define it across board, and it has to be very clear. Even when dealing with vendors, when dealing with your suppliers, your partners, your consultants, whoever is coming into your business, you have to define that relationship from the get-go to say, okay, what's this relationship meant for? Why is this relationship even happening in the first place? And what are the clear goals that we want to achieve with this relationship? You have to define it. Another thing that you need to understand is you have to establish clear expectation. For every relationship, you need to understand, which I already explained earlier, right? You need to understand it. Like, okay, what am I getting from this? So that you don't start to feel entitled. A lot of people, especially when you're dealing with mentors, you don't know when to draw that line because you get so entitled. And that's why it is very, very important. Let the mentor also know, I need to speak with you. Not that I just pick up the phone, and then regardless of relationship, you need to understand boundaries as well. So these are the things that I know that if you can take note of, they will actually help you to grow your personal relationship with people and also grow your business beyond just where you think it would get to. Last point that I want to really, really emphasize on is you have to learn to stay professional under pressure. When things go bad, that is where all of these things come to play. You have to stay professional regardless. In the past couple of years, I've learned to actually separate my emotions from business. If this is the issue, you have to address it based on the issue that is at hand. A simple example is for those of us that have maybe family members in a business and your family member is doing something that is against your company policy, you have to act on what the policy says, regardless of whether they're a family member or not. I don't know if you understand. That's the level you get to. You have to be able to separate the issue from the individual. It is very, very important. That's why I said that you have to learn to compartmentalize relationships. Build those relationships in such a way that you have defined the boundaries from the get-go. I don't know if you understand me and if my examples has actually really, really been helpful. So I want you to take a step back, look at your relationships, redefine them, set clear expectations, set boundaries, know what to expect from each person. All right. So I hope this has been very helpful. It's your girl Yetine Akone, the fashion entrepreneur, and see you in the next video. Bye.